Hey there folks, this is Richard of DoomedMovieThon.com, and I'm back with another episode of My Horror Shelfie. My Horror Shelfie is a video series where I talk about every single horror movie on my movie shelves from A to Z. But before I pick the movies to talk about, I want to talk about paper with you. It has come to my attention that my second paper child, my middle paper child, has turned 5 years old. That's right. 5 years old enough to drink alcohol. It's Cinema Somnambulist, and it's got my face on the cover. I don't know if I'm doing a good imitation of my face or not, but you can tell me in the comments. Cinema Somnambulist is my nostalgic journey through cinema viewing that I've been doing since I was a little tiny man. It started as my blog, and then I wanted to own it in the paper because I'm selfish and I hate trees.
I'd like to retract my statement about trees. I love trees.
This is available on Amazon.com if you're into that kind of thing, in electronic or the bookie form. There's a chapter on Jess Franco. There's a lot of Italian horror covered in here. There's a whole chapter on other stuff, like going to the movies. Remember going to the movies? I don't. So that's it. Check this book out. I'm really proud of it. It's old now, which means it's still just as relevant as it wasn't earlier when I wrote it. Let's go pick some movies right now. Okay, time to pick some movies. Wait a minute. Who took the movies I was gonna watch? Was it you? No, it was me. This is dumb. Okay, I have a stack of films. Let's talk about them. Did I mention that we're still doing the letter D, and we'll continue to do the letter D until I get bored and skip to the letter M. Dead and Buried. The 4K Blu-ray DVD plus Blu-ray. No, this is the DVD. I love Dead and Buried. I saw this when I was really young, probably 9 or 10 years old, and it really stuck with me. It scared the hell out of me and creeped me out, left me with a nice sense of dread that I still carry with me to this day. Next up is Dead End. This is a Christmas horror movie with frickin' Ray Wise and Lynn Shay. This is a wonderful, wonderful movie. I went all the way to the UK, the United Kingdom, on the internet and bought the DVD because I noticed that the movie was supposed to be in widescreen, but the American DVD had full frame, didn't look so hot, so I took a chance, grabbed the old widescreen DVD, which I haven't watched since I got it, so this year we're going to find out if this was a good idea to purchase, because of course it was used and it arrived kind of scratched up, so everyone loves that. I'll let you know how it goes. Follow me on Instagram to know if it was scratched. Dark sense of humor, and did I mention Ray Wise? Here's my childhood in one film. This is Dead Heat. Dead Heat is a very ridiculous action horror movie. It's got a lot of machine guns. I was really into machine guns as a kid, which is why I own so many machine guns now that I'm an adult. As you can see, all of my machine guns behind me on these shelves. Classic, bad 80s comedy, gore for gore's sake, and lots of squibs, and that's what you want. Dead Kids, aka Strange Behavior. I love this movie. This is one of those movies that feels like something I would have seen as a kid that freaked me out, but no, I just saw it as an adult, and it really, really just knocked me out. It's Australia trying to look like frickin' America. It was sort of remade as Disturbing Behavior, but I like Disturbing Behavior, but Dead Kids, aka Strange Behavior, is much, much better. This is a stone cold classic. Jose Ramon.
Oh my god.
Jose Ramon Larraz is one of those filmmakers I love very much. I don't give a hoot about his artsy stuff and his sexy movies. I really love his slashers and psychological horror movies. This one certainly is not psychological in any way. Deadly Manor is real stupid, and it's just... I'm not sure how much I love this one as much as I liked it. I had very high hopes for this one, and it's pretty good. It's not great, but I look forward to a second watch because I've only seen it the one time. Death Ship. This is one I saw as a kid that scared me so bad. This is Richard Crenna, George Kennedy. One of those things that I kept running into as a kid was someone takes a shower and the shower turns to blood. I assumed that happened in every horror movie, because it happens in this one. Death Ship is a little slow, but it really, really held up as far as, hey, I'm nostalgic about this because I saw it as a kid. Let's watch it as an old man. And no, I really, really dig Death Ship. So if you see Death Ship out there for an affordable price, then please, why not? Buy it. So this movie has some history with me. I found out about this movie from John McCarty's Splatter Movie Guides, and this sounded completely crazy. And then I picked it up on VHS because the Blu-ray was not out for many, many, many years. I had to wait a really long time to see this, even just in widescreen. It lived up to the hype of how crazy it was. It might even be a little crazier. This movie feels like if you jumbled up a bunch of VHS covers, like horror VHS in the 80s, without seeing any of them, if you just looked at a bunch of covers and kind of made up a movie in your mind, it would probably turn out like Death Warmed Up. It's a little bit of everything slapped together, and I really think it works. The director and the writer suck in that they decided to get like the most famous comedian, old school comedian in Australia to be in the movie, in brownface, playing an Indian dude. Just one scene where he does his horrible fake Indian accent and goofs it up for the camera and acts stupid, and the whole movie comes to a complete stop during this minute or so. And I don't know what they were thinking. They claim that when this movie played in India, that scene like killed, like everyone in India thought that was so funny. It's like, no, I don't believe you guys. You just wanted to have a stupid racist character for no reason. So, unfortunately, that's in this movie. Oh my god, it's so bad. But what's sandwiched, the bread around that little sandwich, is just amazing. I had a sandwich metaphor that didn't work. But anyway, another thing about this movie, on the podcast Hello, This is the Doomed Show, my buddy Nafa and I covered this, and this was the last movie we talked about before he passed away. And so on top of all that great stuff I just told you about it, I'm also really nostalgic for this because my good friend and I sat down, watched it together, and then talked about it, and it was great. So yeah, The Demon. I searched far and wide for a copy of The Demon in widescreen. This is one of the most blatant and bad Halloween ripoffs ever made. Also, I love this movie. I would prefer that an HD copy of this turned up someday. This is where I started to love Cameron Mitchell, good old sweaty Cameron Mitchell. This is really, really just Canadian. It has the boobs disco. There's a disco in the movie that they go to, and the sign outside literally says boobs disco. I don't recognize any of the other people in the movie other than Cameron Mitchell. It has an awesome finale that's totally over the top. The poor actress who's in the movie, she spends like a good 15 minutes of the film running from the killer while she's completely naked. Spoiler alert, she does find the shower curtain. She cuts a hole in it, so she makes herself a nice parka to cover herself. So it all works out, right? VCI. It's not where any movie should have their ultimate edition. That's all I'm saying. Last movie, Demonia. This is a Lucio Fulci joint. This was one of, not his last films. Maybe this is 90s, early 90s, so he didn't have much to go. He didn't have long to live. But Demonia, I hated the first time. There's a moment in the movie where you can literally see the budget run out. Where, okay, villagers, walk. And then all the villagers in this little Greek town, I think it's in Greece, no, I don't remember where this is filmed, where they all just start walking. Maybe it's Romania, whatever, geography. They start walking to go and vanquish the evil, and it's a long walk, and it's a trudging bunch of like just townsfolk not looking very interested, looking kind of put out that they're only getting 30 cents to walk, and that killed this movie for me. But then good old Severin put this out. Rewatching it, I was like, damn, this is good Fulci. There's a reason why people like this one. There's a lot of people that don't like this one, but this is good stuff. Don't give up on your boy Fulci. He knows what he's doing. Okay, I think I picked a lot of movies to talk about as a reward for you getting through this video. Here's some cat footage. I ran around and filmed Spasmo and Gorgon in their natural habitat. And yeah, hope you were doing well. Bye.